Hello, this is somebody. I am somebody. Get away from me, Illusion guy, Nick. I am them, and haven't done one of these pointless, unscripted things in a while. I'll try not to make it that long. I don't think I have a ton to say, but I just uploaded a video that is 63 minutes long and is the longest review video I've ever done. By far. I mean, it's basically a movie, and it took me about 3 weeks to work on, I think. Not including, like, the months that it's been sitting in Google Docs, because I wrote it a while ago, and have been tweaking and editing the script ever since, so it's gone through a lot of drafts. And the large portion in the middle, where I introduce all the characters, that was kind of new, because I wanted to have, like, a segment where I try to help people get into the story and let them know what it's about. So I talked about the characters because they're really great characters that deserve their introductions. I mean, almost every character in Dragon Age Inquisition has their own individual Wikipedia page, because they're that well beloved. Aside from, like, Blackwall, because Blackwall's not super important, but Vivian has her own page. Even though I said, like, basically nobody likes her. I mean, I looked it up while editing the video. I looked up people's general consensus on Vivian, and it seems like people they love to hate her. Like, they think she's well written, but she's well written to be awful and mean. And so people like the character, but, like, wouldn't like to meet her in real life. But me, I'm a simple person. I just saw she's mean, so I didn't want to hang out with her. So this video took a lot of hours to make. Actually, I think I did it pretty fast for a 63-minute video, but it was like 3 weeks. So I'm hoping not. I mean, I only took 1 day off that whole time. Really. So I'm hoping not to do a video that length again anytime soon. I was only able to have that much time because summer break just began, so I'm not doing classes right now. But I am a student, and when the semester is back in session, I can't do that anymore. In fact, overall, life is really busy right now, and I'm thinking I'll probably have to slow down the quantity of videos that I do, unless it's a video that takes me like 1 day to edit. Then I can probably fit some in, like a 5-minute video. I can fit that in now and then, but yeah, seeing as this one took me 3 weeks, see, that's the thing. That's why I got out of YouTube in the first place for like almost 4 years, because it's such a hard process, and I'm not, like, I'm getting better at it. I actually have experience in it now. I've done this for dozens of hours now, so I'm getting better at it, but I'm not perfect and I'm not professional. So it's a hard thing to get into, and if I have other priorities, then I'm just not gonna make videos. And, like, there's a lot going on in life now, and I can't get into it, but, you know, I'm a young adult, and this is a big transition period for me. Like, Salmonella hasn't, one of the most popular PNG tubers of all time, hasn't uploaded in like 2 years because I think he's busy with college right now, and that's just how it is. Trying to be a YouTuber when you're also in college barely works. And I want to do other things in my life, so again, I'm gonna have some priorities other than YouTube, now that I don't know, is this Dragon Age video my magnum opus? I still feel like my Final Fantasy VII video might be my magnum opus, but this video, 60-minute video, is definitely the most work I've ever put into a video, by far, and I think it turned out fine. Pretty good review, right? I thought so. So, it's not sustainable to keep making videos like that, and in the near future, I don't have any videos planned that length, but anyway, the next, I don't know what I'll do. I might just slow it down a bit, I guess, the video production, and do some other things like play some games I've been meaning to play for a long time, get around to that. Try to finish some of my long-term goals and plan for the future. And, you know, now that I'm in college, I'm making new friends. Life is developing pretty fast. That's good. And, so, it's, strictly speaking, it's just irresponsible for me to think of YouTube as my main thing. Because those 3 weeks that I spent editing, like, those were 21 days about, and I could have spent those 21 days on things that would, other things. I don't regret making this video at all. I like, am proud, I am happy with myself. I used to, as a kid, I thought of myself as a quitter, and now that I'm the kind of person who can spend 3 weeks just editing a video, I feel like I've made a movie. I think that I have shown more discipline and dedication than I have been able to in the past. I mean, for years, making videos was a scary concept to me. I think I discussed that like shortly after I uploaded the Shadow of the Colossus video. I haven't been uploading because I know it's a lot of work and that scares me. And I'm also like afraid of being imperfect. But now I've done this, and it is imperfect, but it's out and it exists and it's real, and it's one of the most difficult things I've ever done. So it's a new sort of accomplishment for me that I've just uploaded a 63-minute review video that I don't think is too bad. And I understand it will probably get very few views, but it's essentially dedicated to my friend who made me play Dragon Age Inquisition. They're going to be the first person who watches it. I'm going to send it to them, and I'm going to hope that they watch it. I think they will. And it's really meant for them. The video's made for them. And as long as they see it, and then nobody else really needs to. I'm making it public so that maybe other YouTube users will stumble across it one day and leave a comment, maybe. But I don't mind that I have no viewers, because these videos are made for me, and maybe some stranger will stumble across them. That's fine, that's cool, because I'd like to have a discussion about these games that I enjoy. It's been 10 minutes of this video already. So yeah, incredibly hard thing to work on. I don't want to do another one of these hour-long reviews anytime soon. It's not sustainable for me to keep working on hour-long reviews all by myself. But this is a special case, because this game took me 5 months to play, so spending 3 weeks on reviewing it, not so bad by comparison. Dragon Age Inquisition really was a big part of my life, so let's talk about the actual game, but what is there to say that I didn't say in the video? Well, 7 out of 10. I checked Wikipedia, and it looks like the average rating for Dragon Age Inquisition from, like, major, journalist sources is, like, 8 to 8.5 out of 10, so 7 is lower than that. And it's because, in my case, in my experience, Dragon Age Inquisition was extremely glitchy. I don't know if, like, IGN and Metacritic and people like that experienced some of the glitches and crashes that I did. Perhaps they played it on PC, perhaps the PC version is more stable. I don't think that's an excuse, because, you know, PS4, it's a major platform. There's no reason the PS4 version shouldn't be stable. And they can update it still, they can update it to patch it, just like they could on PC. And in my experience, Dragon Age Inquisition, I could have beaten it in half the time if I'd skipped every side quest, but I really wanted to explore the world and do the side quests, because that was a fun part of it to me. But unfortunately, although, like, I did that of my own volition, it was very often, like, boring. Lots of just same demons. I wanted to close all the Fade Rifts, and I did. But why are there so many Fade Rifts? I mean, they're all the same. And I spent hours and hours on that. But the world was so beautiful. I got to see, like, every temple, every dungeon, every forest, and it was amazing. Just a little bit too much of the same old stuff. The Fade Rifts, the Venatori, is that what they're called? It's been a while. Corypheus was an awful villain, like a much worse version of Ganondorf. Honestly, just big warlock guy with ambiguous, powerful powers. Stupid design. He looks ridiculous. Look at his arms. Look at his scars. It looks dumb. I didn't mention romance much in the video. I romanced Josephine. And it was an okay romance, I guess. I was a bit disappointed because I know that Dragon Age Inquisition has nudity in it. It has frontal female nudity. I don't think it has male nudity, but it has female nudity, and I romanced a female, and I happened to pick one of the only romance choices where they don't go to bed with you. There's no scene where that happens with Josephine, so I didn't know that going into it, and I came out of the game. I mean, it makes sense because she's, like, such a sweet person. I just guess I expected to see some nudity at some point in my Dragon Age playthrough, but maybe next time I'll do Sarah, and there will be a next time. 'Cause in hindsight, I feel like it was a little foolish for me to jump to Dragon Age Inquisition. It was a great game, and I mean, I liked it and had fun, and I understood the story for the most part. But now I feel like it was a little foolish not for me to do the series in order, because by comparison, I'm sure Origins and 2 are not anywhere near that long. I'm going to regret saying those words, aren't I? I'm going to play Origins and 2, and it's going to take me like 80 hours combined, probably. But someday, once I've accomplished more and I've checked off more things from my to-do list and my bucket list, once Dragon Age 4 is close to coming out or it's come out, then I will play Dragon Age Origins and 2. And hopefully by then I'll be caught up on more series that I'm trying to work on, like Doom, GTA, Zelda. Those are some series that I've worked on recently. Mass Effects. So, Dragon Age Inquisition, it's a pretty good game. I'm very, very, very impressed with the quality of the writing. Seriously. I mean, in some ways, it's like one of the most creative games I've ever seen. The freaking writing, the characterization is top tier. It doesn't get better than Dragon Age Inquisition. But similar to Mass Effect, as a game, it's kind of imperfect. Like, not the best on the programming side. Beautiful graphics, though. Pretty cool combat. Next time I get around to Inquisition, I might actually consider it to be higher than a 7 out of 10, because next time, A, I'll get to experience the save data transfer feature, so it'll feel more personal to me and I'll be more invested. And B, next time I'm totally going to skip a bunch of the side quests and I'm not going to read the codex at all, because I've already read it once, I'm not going to read it again. I'm just not. So, I'll probably be able to play it faster and more condensed and enjoy it a bit more next time, because I won't be doing the reading, I won't be doing the questing. I'll just be doing like what's important for the story. So maybe I'll enjoy Dragon Age Inquisition more next time, and I'll be playing it on PS5, of course, because I have a PS5 now, so maybe it'll be more stable, maybe it'll crash less. Dragon Age Inquisition crashed at least 3 times for me, probably more than that, which is awful. You don't want a game to crash 3 times. Bloodborne crashed once for me. It's not too often that a game crashes on PS4. I think Minecraft crashed a few times, but then once Minecraft converted from PS4 edition to Bedrock edition, it became more stable. So, of course, my Inquisitor was a Kunari. When I was creating her, when I make it in an avatar, I usually like to make them look realistic, like somebody who could actually exist in this world. So I didn't give her like makeup. I thought she's like a tough warrior woman, of course. So it tried to like make me put makeup on her by default, but I turned most of that off. I thought she looked pretty hot. She's pretty good. Looks pretty realistic, honestly. Her face is good. She does look a bit plain, that's okay. That's kind of what I go for when I make avatars. I just want them to look like, yeah, there's a dude, it's an adventuring guy, person. I thought that female Kunari was the most interesting option. I mean, they got like a 10% bonus to strength, so that's awesome. No, it's 10% damage reduction, actually. So I thought that was the best bonus. Female Kunari was the coolest looking option for me. Like, I could... Seriously, as far as I thought, my options were regular human, skinny human, short human, or the freaking one with the horns, so that was cool. It was a bit weird, though, playing as someone so tall, because, like, I was confused getting into Inquisition because I thought there should be a run button. I was like, how do I run? I feel so slow. But then eventually I realized, oh, it's just her stride. She's so tall that the regular walking speed for her is like she looks like she's moving slowly. And then I would switch to one of my dwarven characters, and by comparison, they're sprinting everywhere they go at the exact same speed. So their animations are very different. I thought I looked very slow moving as a Kunari, but there's no run button in that game, so I was confused for a long time. How do I run? Oh, I'm already running. Okay. Really long stride she has. Meanwhile, dwarf and human and elf, they look like they're running everywhere they go. And of course you tower over everybody, so everybody looks small to you. Like Blackwall looks like a stocky little dude. Everything looks small to you. It's kind of funny. The camera's actually higher when you're playing as Kunari, so you're looking at everything from a higher vantage point, which is good. Better field of view. Playing as Warrior was great, mainly because it's the only character class that has a sprint ability. Technically, it's not a sprint, it's a charge, but you can use it outside of battle, so effectively, it just makes you faster on foot. Of course, you have mounts, too, that you can summon at an instant, and my mount was one of the DLC ones that I got for free, because Game of the Year Edition comes with all the DLC. And I did put my DLC code uncensored in the video, but it's not going to be useful to anybody because I've already used it, so it's expired. But By the way, that was super impressive. I got Game of the Year edition used, $10, and the the code I think was supposed to expire around like 2017. Still worked when I played the game in 2020. So yay, awesome. Never expired, and I didn't have to pay for the DLC. And that huge nug mount that I got, that was DLC. It was giant, and I loved it. The war nug, the Avar war nug. Actually, getting a war nug in the base game is possible, but it's a lot harder. You can just, I mean, pay for a war nug DLC, and Inquisition actually has a lot of DLC, but a lot of it's like small stuff like armor. There are only 3 major DLCs, and I covered them in the video already. I named my Inquisitor. I tried to think of something that sounded like, well, she's a Kunari, so it has to sound foreign, but it's in like a fantasy world, so I wanted to it to sound like Anglo-Saxon. So I noticed that the Kunari language has some th sounds, some dental fricatives in words like Talvashath and Ben Hasrith. So I decided to name her Diatha. Looks like Diana, but I decided to pronounce it Diatha. I thought that was probably something that a Kunari could be named. Probably checked out. Probably, you know. Diatha Adar. The last name was automatically generated for me, which is fine. Dude, this game's writing is insane. It's crazy. It's very impressive, very non-linear. Probably like some of the best writing you'll get out of any game ever. Blows other games out of the water. You should play Dragon Age Inquisition if you're into that kind of thing. But only if you have a lot of time to spare. Like, I sure hope you're not going to school or you don't have a job. You can only really play Dragon Age Inquisition if you're someone who spends a lot of time at home and you don't have a lot of friends, which, hey, describes me. So, I had the time, still took 5 months. Guys, I'm a really patient game player, okay? I don't often 100% games, sometimes I do. I don't always achievement hunt. But once I start a game, I'm not going to put it down until I think I've seen everything that I set out to see. So, like, in Inquisition, I'm going to see all the worthwhile content, do all the cool quests, go to every continent, talk to every character, and I did. Took a lot of time, certainly could have skipped some of it. Would have had more time to play other games if I had skipped around. But that's how I play games. I like to get a full experience. I don't always like to achievement hunt or 100%, but I like to still get a full experience. I've looked around on like Reddit, and other players said they took around 70 to 120 hours to beat, which is understandable. I bet they were a lot faster than I was. But still, what I said in the video is true. You look at the trophy statistics for Inquisition, very few people get near the end of the game. It still requires a lot of patience, whether you play it for 170 or 100 hours. The trophy for beating Trespasser is rarer than Bloodborne's Platinum Trophy. It's about 6% of players ever get the Trespasser ending. Insanity. And the base game trophies are similar. You have like 0.1% of players do this side quest or whatever. Almost nobody. I didn't cover this in the video, actually, but Inquisition has a multiplayer mode, which is still active. I played it in 2020, and I got connections easily. I tried it, seemed pretty bad. We were like battling mini-bosses. At least the maps were unique, so you got to see like more places in the setting of Thetis, but I noticed like the map was incomplete. Like, I saw floating objects around, and you could just look over and like, well, there's a hill that's just jutting out of the skybox. You can easily see it. So the map was kind of incomplete, kind of lazy. And, of course, I was playing as my Inquisitor Adar. No, wait, was I? I don't remember who I played as in the multiplayer mode. They might have generated characters for me. It seems pretty bad, though. I don't know why people were still actively playing it, because it was definitely just built around getting you to buy microtransactions, like buying things to unlock new classes and buffs and items, but why? It's not interesting. All we're doing is battling mini-bosses. I guess it's cool that I play with a group. They really carried me, because these were some advanced players that joined me. And another thing, I think the multiplayer mode was canon, from what I understood. It was like you were playing as a member of the Inquisition who was doing a scouting mission, like fighting some Venatori or whatever. You know, saving a fortress, whatever. This freaking game. I said it in the video, it was a big part of my life, this game, and I'm never going to forget it. It really touched me. I didn't think it was perfect, but it touched me. It made me feel things. It could be bad sometimes. The ending was horrible, the base game ending. The Trespasser ending, brilliant. The base game ending, it crashed, it was an awful final boss. I hated it. The game could be bad at points. It really could. And I compared it to a soap opera multiple times. I truly believe that. Like, what did I mean by that? I mean, if you've ever watched a soap opera, it's like horrible, cheesy, cliche, low-budget writing, and just every shot is just a face shot, cut to people's faces, cut to this guy's face, then cut to reaction shot. And the plot of a soap opera is like, ooh, my evil twin sister is here. I got buried alive. Stuff like that. Yeah, my mom watched Days of Our Lives, so I remember the buried alive plot arc pretty well. Don't know if that was a rerun or if it was actually airing new at the time that I watched it. But yeah, I would sit on the family computer and watch like Mario Head is allergic to chocolate milk while while my mom was watching Days of Our Lives on the TV next to me. Could you hear that? Oh, sorry for the Discord notification. Oh, there, muted desktop audio. BioWare games are like that. They're like soap operas. They're like, oh no, it's my evil mother who's possessed by a demon. And it's drama. She wants to kill me. Whatever. Both Mass Effect and Dragon Age kind of do that. Benezia, awful character. So, I'm stretching. I enjoyed reading the codex. I'm never going to do it again, though. A lot of games have codexes. It's kind of a common thing. Metroid Prime has it, Dragon Age, Mass Effect, even Doom 2016 and Doom Eternal have codexes. From Software games have a sort of codex if you include the flavor text, where so much of the lore is exposited. Codexes are becoming a pretty common thing these days to give the writers like a chance to just dump all their ideas, so you can learn more about the world without them having to program it in and like have a scene where they explain to you precisely how every detail of the lore works. This is a great game. It's hard for me to recommend to people. I just don't see a lot of people like actually getting into Dragon Age Inquisition. I can imagine the kind of person who would like this. Like people who love reading, people who love just sinking their time into a new world. But it's not for everybody, and I'm probably never going to recommend this game to anybody specifically. I'm like never going to meet a friend and I'm going to be like, you know what? You should play Dragon Age Inquisition. I'd never put that upon somebody. It's a heavy weight on your shoulders to play Dragon Age Inquisition, because it's time consuming. And it takes a lot of dedication, takes a lot of commitment. It's hard. It's hard. I mean, like, people have been very surprised. People I've known have been super surprised that I beat Dragon Age Inquisition. Like, they were impressed. Because they knew. They knew. It's a hard game. I mean, even aside from its difficulty, like in The Descent, it's so hard because of what it takes from you, what it demands. games are... It's hard to be a game reviewer. It's harder to be a game reviewer than it is to be a movie reviewer. I mean, your movie sucks. He works hard, and being a movie reviewer is hard, but being a game reviewer just requires more time. I can watch 3 movies in a day, but I can't play 3 games in a day. It takes me months sometimes to beat one game. Other games, Mario Land, takes me less than a day. Speaking of which, I'm really looking to playing more shorter games now. But, so what else is there to say? Iron Bull is my favorite character. I loved Varric, Solus. Those were my favorites. I liked Dorian. And Cole, I mean, I didn't find him fun, but he was like just a catalyst for great story moments, because lots of plot twists regarding Cole. Lots of revelations about the Fade and spirits, so he contributed greatly to the lore. I did Blackwall's personal side quest. It was a bit dramatic. I liked being around Sarah. She was funny. I love these characters so much. They're up there with me with the Bravely Default cast. And I mentioned GTA 5 too. I don't know if that comparison worked. I don't know if it made sense, but my only point was that GTA 5, the best part of that game, like screw the huge map, the overworld, the best part of GTA 5 is how hilarious the characters are. And same goes for San Andreas, but more so in 5, I believe. Actually, I've yet to play 5's story mode. I've played it a bit, I've seen it a bit, but it's something that I gotta get around to one of these days. My list is just so long, my backlog is so long that I can't play everything all at once. And especially while I'm making these videos. I have a backlog of videos too, obviously, that I've been trying to get through, and I'm just realizing... I'm gonna wrap up this video that I'm recording right now. I'm realizing, simply put, that video making is extremely hard. I knew that. Like playing Dragon Age Inquisition, it takes time. It took me 3 weeks just to talk about Dragon Age Inquisition. 3 weeks plus. I mean, I've been working on the script for months. And now I can share it with my friend who had me play Dragon Age in the first place. However, I'd love to continue making videos. However, at the moment, there are just so many things going on in my life that that I think I need to reprioritize a little bit, and I'm not planning on stopping making videos, but I'm also not going to make a commitment, and I'm not going to make a promise, because that's unhealthy. I'm not going to promise you that I'll upload on any consistent schedule. I'll just upload when I do. And it's very possible, in fact maybe even likely, that there will be an upload next week, because I'll have the time to make a video next week. But I feel very, very content with Illoosion Seasons 2 and 3. I feel like I've done a lot of hard work, and I've seen what it's like to be a YouTuber. I've been there, I've gone there, I've done it. I've accomplished some level of YouTubing activity, and that was always one of my dreams. I don't need the viewers, I just need to make videos. It felt like a need, and I've tried it, and I've been happy. But I have responsibilities, because life is a lot. I know, I'm sure if you're listening to this, you're also a human being, so you've also lived, and you also know that responsibilities are a thing. And I don't know if you're a YouTuber watching this right now, but just imagine that on top of everything you're doing in your life right now, like your jobs, your spouses, whatever, imagine that you're also spending 3 weeks working on basically a movie, like a short film, about the time you played Dragon Age Inquisition. Would you have the time? I spent every day on this for 3 weeks with only 1 day off. And on that day, I gamed a little bit. So for the past several weeks, I haven't even been gaming, and I haven't been making progress on my backlog of games. And, I mean, gaming is more important than videos. But real life responsibilities, like being an adult is more important than games. So I'm putting the adult stuff at the top, like school, and I'm putting games second for now, and the videos will be when I have nothing else to do, and only if they take me like a day or two to edit. That's how it is. I'm making no commitments, okay? So don't expect me to become the next YMS. It's not happening, not right now, I'm not ready. But yeah, I might start working on my next video as soon as today, actually, because at the moment it's summer break and I don't have a ton to do. But I really like making short videos more than long videos, because not every video can be a month-long project. Like a Metroid video I made, as short as it was, it took me like almost 2 months, believe it or not. That's how hard this is. But hey, look how much better I'm getting at it. It doesn't take me 2 months anymore to make a 6-minute video. Now it takes me 3 weeks to make a 60-minute video. That's not bad. That ratio of time spent to time to footage created is not bad anymore. I'm getting a lot better. I feel happy. I feel like proud of my progress. I feel like I've gained a lot of life experience from this. I've become a better writer, a better voicer, a better editor. I've like gained some understanding of this whole process. I've developed skills, and I've developed skills in like analyzing video games and reviewing them and analyzing them in the context of my life and my hobby and my enjoyment and culture and society. Usually when I make a review video, like I try to tie it in somewhat with my meta thoughts, like how this game relates to just gaming in general. Like I don't know. Like when I made the Mario Land video, I had a short paragraph or two where I discussed Wario. Like, hey, cool character. His first appearance is in this game, and he has his own games now. And blah blah blah. What else did I do? I don't know, I've made other videos. So, not that I'm assuming you care about little old me. I don't think anyone's gonna watch this, aside from my close friends, for months and months. It's gonna be a long time before anyone discovers this, if anyone discovers this. But I'm going to pretend that I have an audience right now. I'm going to pretend that somebody's listening to me. And I'm going to tell my fake audience that today is June 3rd, 2022. I played Dragon Age Inquisition in late 2020, long time ago. This video has been on my mind for a while. And now that I've made... I'll go ahead and call it my magnum opus, the Dragon Age video, because of how much work I put into it. Is it my most entertaining video? I don't know, I really love my FF7 one. My Doom one was pretty good. So, now that I've made my most difficult video yet, I'm going to just... I'm not committing to quitting. I'm not gonna say I'm taking a break. I'm just gonna call it and say that I've done enough to be satisfied with Illoosion Seasons 2 and 3. Doesn't end here. In fact, the next couple videos that I release I'm going to consider still Season 3. I'm not committing to releasing videos on a schedule, nor am I committing to taking a break from videos. I'll just say that There will probably be more videos coming out in the near future and the distant future, but I don't know when. I can't tell you when. It's just when it happens, when the time is right. When I want to, when I'm having fun, when I enjoy it. That's all YouTube has to be. All YouTube has to be, but there's so much more to life than YouTube. It's not my job. Never will be my job. I feel like it's helped me get a bit farther in life. Like, I've always wanted to develop skills in writing, and I love gaming. It's the best hobby I could ask for. So, wow, it's been 40 minutes. I said I would try to keep this not too long, but, you know, that's my thoughts. That's why I've gotten into YouTube. It's to try to help develop myself, try to help grow. I am a person who loves analyzing the things that I like. The things that I like are games, and when I play a game, I love to delve deep into it and tell people like why it's good, why it's bad. And a comment I get pretty often is, "Hey, you should do YouTube." And sometimes I tell them, "Oh, I already do YouTube." And sometimes I just keep it to myself, keep it secret, because it's kind of a personal, private thing. But I take it as a compliment, because I guess from the way that I talk about games, people just know that I have a YouTuber's mindset. And even when I'm not making YouTube videos about a game, this is still how I talk about games. I talk to people about like why Dark Souls is good and or bad. I talk to people about its lore. I talk to people about the history of Zelda. This is what I love to talk about. This is what I love to do. I'm very happy. Doing YouTube has been one of my dreams, and now I can say that I have. And I've even succeeded in getting back into it after my long hiatus due to my health concerns. I just feel like I've made so much progress in life and I've got farther, and it's not just because of YouTube, but YouTube is a part of it. It's only because I've made progress in life that I was able to get back into YouTube, because my life was in a more stable position, where I was able to get back into YouTube. And now that I have gotten back into YouTube, I feel like I've made progress in that area, in that division, and I have made progress in being a more creative person. Very happy. Are you happy for me? I hope so. I know my microphone's not the best. I hope the audio sounded fine for this whole recording. I'm not going to re-record. It's been 43 minutes already. But, you know, my microphone's not the best. Sometimes I have audio issues. Sometimes I pop in the microphone. Sometimes your mouth, clicking mouth. What's the word? I don't know. What's the phrase when your mouth, when you hear a wet sound from the mouth? Sorry, whatever. Like JC Denton. Lip smack. That's it. The audio has been something I've kind of been trying to work on, but with I'm just using a headset, like a gaming headset, so it's never going to be perfect. But I'm using OBS to record. I've like tried various filters and settings. I don't know if it's been getting better. Whatever. But yeah, that's it. Now that my Dragon Age Inquisition video is out, it may be the longest video that I upload for months or years. As far as edited videos go, unedited ones can be much longer. I'm certain that this video today won't be my final upload. I feel content, I feel proud, I feel like I've done enough, and the way my life is taking me, at the moment there's some really important things that I need to focus on, for real. So I'm gonna be moving forward and growing up and being productive and having fun. Goodbye. Thank you.